Greetings, Commander. My name is Major Fox Kincaid. I'm here to make sure that your forces are ready for the upcoming operation and to make sure the Soviet forces are stopped here in Germany so we don't have to fight the hordes of Soviet Reds across the English Channel and beyond. For now, we're gonna have to do a probing attack before we decide to launch an operation with this scale. Commander, this is where you come in. You will take two tanks under Captain Bannon and Aleski to launch a probing attack in this area of interest and see how the enemy reacts to the situation that you present them. Once there, our forces will begin our operations as soon as possible. We want the enemy to react to our probing attack and what forces they will commit to deal with you. I know this operation is very risky, and you're just wondering why we're sending two M1 tanks just for a scouting mission. It's crazy, but in order for this mission to succeed, we must use this kind of operation to lure the enemy into a trap. So this is the plan, Commander. Your tank teams are gonna head to this abandoned gas refinery and secure the area and wait for the enemy to make their advance. Once you make contact with the enemy, hold them as much as possible and pull away. You likely will encounter some Soviet T-64 MBTs, so be prepared for them. Your mission is to hold that area as much as possible. If they sense it is a weak point, they'll send in their own battalions to secure that area. We will send in our own to stop them. So that is all, Commander. I wish you with good luck. Bannon here. We had arrived at the designated position. We encountered some T-64 battle tanks engaging enemy. Very well, Captain. You may engage the enemy. Proceed with caution and good luck. Aye, sir. Aleski, let's begin. This is Delion Francis 60 here, and I'm here to do another battle report. This time it will be Tanks the Modern Age, and we'll be playing this game because needed to try this out badly, and this is basically an early setup game for a major engagement for Battlefront's Team Yankee. So we're gonna use the tank, the Modern Age, as a setup for a tank-on-tank engagement between two Abrams tanks and four T-64, Soviet T-64 tanks. And they're happily taking on the Soviets near this fuel depot in Europe. So it's just basically the Americans are trying to do some probing attack and see how the Soviets will react. So this is how the game starts. By turn one, we kind of move and hit the position, and I believe he fired, one of his T-64s fired at me, and I had a damaged optics, and I did the same thing, but my shots were just missed. Another rules of the dice gods was not in my favor in this game as well. And during that time, my opponent's forces just moved in and entered for more firing shot. But my other tank, tank A, I believe, he was in line of block the line of sight for those other two tanks in the very top of the map. So that kind of aided him up. So either my opponent's attacks got reduced. Turn 2, Tank A suffered a hit from one of the tanks from the north, and another damage for not critical, but it's still in there. The one in the bottom, my Abrams, he suffered another hit from another shot, and the result was 3 damage decks, but non-critical, and one of them had a damage deck on it. My his tanks just keep moving at this side. Turn two was very favorable for my opponent. So my Abrams were just from this side. The tank A was just trying to shoot the opponent, but still missing. So it was very favorable for him. Turn three was another offset, but this time I managed to repair from tank A's damage stuff. So during the command phase, and I decided to repair the damage in there and moved away from the combat zone. His forces moved a little bit closer. Three of his tanks went in there, and my other tank decided to go hide from this thing. I tried to repair the much as I can, but it was it was just failing during my repairs, and I still have like a shell shock in my other tank, and the other tank over here, the main one is still failing. But so I decided to just back away for now and put him get myself into a favorable position. But the main tank over here near the house is not going so well for him. Turn four was very bad for my side, but it's not going well for him. He managed to destroy my Abrams, and that was one with the full deck of crew on it. So that was the most costly tank, and it was taken out. He's T-64 went on the move, and his tanks were still suffering from stun crew and that stuff. And the other tank over there was also suffering greatly, but he tried to repair, but it ended up in a failure. And most of my tank just went to gear. We were just slowing using gear one, so probably to score more damage. My tank decided to hide in here so I can target one of his tank in the process. If I can score me probably two tank, I could probably get an equal points. Turn five was just shooting and trying to recover. His for T-64 over here was able to shot at me, and he managed to get a damage around a lucky hit. He scored two hits, and the other tank over there is the one who shot at me over there was he has like two damage in there, so he was the most critical tank, but he can still do a lot of stuff for me. A lot of damage. The other tank is stuck in there. He can't make a move. Like he was tank A over there. He's trying to make his command phase, trying to move that tank, but he was keep failing his rerolls. The other two tanks from the gas and Derek's, they're just moving in trying to consolidate. My tank stayed here. Hopefully I can kill one tank before the end of the game. Well, turn six and the game is finally over, and it was a victory for the Soviets. And we did the calculation on the damage, and he scored more points than I did. I managed to kill one of his tanks due to a final lucky shot, so that one heavy damage tank was taken out. But his other tanks were about to move in, but they weren't they can't do anything anymore by this time. They end up missing to the point because of the turb. I moved away from it and realized I can't finish the game. So I did one damage. If I did kill me another tank, I could have equaled the damage. But since that one Abrams had so many crew on it, that added more points to his side for victory. So it was a Soviet victory. This game, it's very interesting. So I'm gonna use this as an opening engagement for the next game. This is Oleski. I can see the captain and his crew being chased by Soviet infantry. Give them covering fire as soon as they're on board the tank. Get us out of here. Aye, sir. Get the hell out of there, Commander. I'll give you some artillery support as covering fire. So pull out. They're on board. Release smoke. Now get us the hell out of here. Welcome back, Commander. It seems our hunch was correct. The Soviet forces is launching that area as their main operation to plug up your little incursion. The Soviets are gonna hold that line once they consolidate the area. Our reconnaissance photo has detected the Soviet armor is already moving in and trying to hold that line for our inevitable attack, and they're preparing for a counterattack of that area of operation. As for Captain Bannon and Oleski, they both made it through friendly territory and they'll be ready for the next mission. As for you, Commander, we're gonna need you to launch a large operation to attack that area. Get ready, Commander. We're gonna drive the Soviets off that area and make sure Ivan ever regret ever crossing the Folder Gap. That is all, Commander. Move out.